little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though. That is nasty.
Wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, YouTube? Your boys are back again, keeping this thrash week rolling. Yes. I'm Ryan, my man George, as always.
Going on, guys, man? How y'all living, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, man.
Yeah, man. So we got Sepultura, Refuse or Resist.
Refuse, Resist. This was a huge request. I remember us doing a poll on Patreon for Sepultura a while back. I don't remember exactly. I believe this came in second place to the to Dead Embryonic Cells, if not second, third, but it was really close from what I remember. This has always actually been a big request for Sepultura, you know what I mean? Even since we started the channel. So, I mean, we had to get to this one. We did Inner Self on Patreon. We ain't gonna go into detail about that one. That was a very interesting video. We had different opinions on that one. So that's I think that was a very entertaining video that's on Patreon. So we've got Dead Embryonic Cells, which we enjoyed.
Yeah.
Roots, Bloody Roots, which we both didn't really like for our own reasons. Go check that out.
Yeah.
Go check both those videos out. And we were split on Inner Self, and now we have Refuse and Resist. So I think Sepultura is still kind of up in the air for us. I think that, at least for one of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see kind of where they are with this song in comparison to the other songs. But I think we both can say this, though. I think I've enjoyed listening to Sepultura. It's just been a very... I think that
you can't deny what this band can do, man.
Yeah,
you cannot deny that they are thrashed out to a high level.
Really, seriously,
they really are.
Yeah,
and you got to give respect.
Yes, and we can both see why people really are hardcore fans of this band. You know what I mean? So it's regardless of what we say, guys. Understand this. It's been a very entertaining listen. Yeah, you know what I'm saying with this band. So let's get into this one, man. Continuing thrash week. Sepultura, Refuse, Resist. Heartbeat? Sounds like a heartbeat. You know, they are pretty straightforward with the lyrics on this one, boy. Tanks on the streets, confronting police, you know, raging crowd, burning cars, straight up like revolution riot is what this is all about. Refuse and resist the establishment. I wonder if they've ever done anything with Rage Against the Machine, or I wonder how these bands kind of looked at each other. Maybe Rage Against the Machine was inspired by this band.
You know, George, in the Inner Self video, I said kind of the same things I'm going to say right now, man. This band is very rebellious. It sounds that way to me, right? And getting a little bit into the lyrics here, Chaos AD, right? After the death of Christ. It seems like man has kind of gotten to a point of chaos, man. We just destroy all the things that are beautiful about the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what this sounds like to me, man. So it's kind of like we're gonna play to the beat of our own drum, and we're just gonna do the shit we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna follow in anyone's footsteps. You know, that's just
they're
kind of
raw, man.
The sound that I'm getting from this band, man.
Yeah.
I
think Sepultura, man, obviously with them being Brazilian, the political unrest in that within that government, that's kind of been taking place, of course, historically. A lot of their music has to do with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even kind of going back and revisiting Roots, Bloody Roots, still not a song that I necessarily like. They're talking about their roots, you know what I mean, their heritage, right? So I get that from this band, this sort of rebellious nature, this unwillingness to compromise, this unrelenting unwillingness to compromise, to stay true to themselves, to stay true to their sound. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. But I like them riffs, though. I like them riffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even I'll point it out when they play this shit. I don't feel like trying to play with my mouth right now. Let's get back to it. Coming after this. These riffs right here.
I'm sick of things inside the state. War is created. No man's land. What is this shit?
A little bit.
I don't know, man. You know, I don't want to give away what I said in Inner Self video, man. But I was really hoping to this to do like a 180, man, and kind of change my narrative of what I thought about about this band, man, up until this point, man. I'm really struggling with the choices of the transitions that Sepultura chooses to make at certain times.
I can hear what you're saying there. I hear what you hear there as well. I was a little.
It's just so. I mean, they go into these pockets where they're, thrashed out, right? Very, very sped up tempo and that. And then they get back into the original groove, and it really. I don't know if I like the placement of these transitions. I
get you.
But I like, I thought thrash as a subgenre in metal was my shit. Yeah. I really thought that was, you see, I'm using the word thought, because maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't know what thrash really is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I haven't gotten
you like thrash, you just don't like the pure cut cocaine thrash.
Maybe, man. I don't know. Maybe this is just too rough, rugged, and raw for me. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, man, and we're going to get into that part because I want to hear what you hear, because I think we're on the same page, and we're going to get into that in a second. But I think we've heard, especially now we just listened to Annihilator, which is more of a technically sound thrash metal band. And I don't look at Sepultura, not saying that they're not good technically, but I don't think that they're quite on the on the higher end of the spectrum when it comes to technical ability. What I think that they do well is they're so heavy and brutal. Like, I feel like they're brutal, and when I think of Refuse and Resist, this is what it is. Like, it feels like they're refusing and resisting the government, tanks on the streets. Yep. I hear that. I hear this being a moshed out, crazy mosh song.
Me too.
So I think maybe they're sacrificing some technical elements for the brutality of this is what I'm getting. But I definitely think I hear what you. I want to see you play that so I can see if we're on the same page.
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit and just listen to that.
Very, very fast.
Where did that come from?
We're on the same page.
That came from like nowhere, right? Yeah. It didn't. It just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're on the exact same page. That's exactly what I was saying when it happened. and you guys can probably see my face. I was just kind of like,
Yeah, but you're right though. But I think that it's deliberate, obviously, because of the meaning behind this song. I really believe that.
But what do we always say? Because people, they tell us about the intention and they intellectualize it. You can intellectualize it. You can tell us about the intention of the song all you want. If it doesn't sound appealing, it doesn't sound appealing. So that's what it is. But I'm actually, I don't think this is okay to me, man.
Okay.
I think it's raw. I'm still taking it in, but I'm gonna give some feedback as the song goes along. But let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, that's a little rough for me.
Chaos AD, disorder unleashed. It's starting to bark, starting to leak. Silence means death. Stand on your feet. Inner fear, you're worse than me. Refuse. Resist. Refuse.
I don't know, man.
All right, George, man. This is 4 songs now, right?
Yep.
We did Bloody Roots, right?
Yes.
We did Dead Embryonic Cells.
Oh, yeah.
Which, that was pretty good. I like that. You know what I mean? And then we did Inner Self on Patreon.
Yes.
And then now we've done Refuse and Resist, right?
Yep.
And I got to give this band credit for what they stand for, man. Any kind of like political government injustice that's been done in their country, I think that's what they're fighting for. We've heard subscribers kind of reach out to us and say, "Hey, man, you got to check Sepultura out." Different songs from them because they speak to the Brazilian like cause and fight and things like that, and some of the things that's gone on in that country. I've got to give them credit for that. That is something that is great. Standing up for something that you believe in, your culture, and fighting for a cause bigger than yourself. That shit is
Equality
phenomenal.
of any sort. Yep.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But if I am being objective about the music and how it sounds to me, they have elements within thrash that I like. Mm-hmm. But the way they put it together, it just is not musically hitting for me. It's just not something that I really can get into musically, man. And what I think, man, George and I have this conversation off camera a lot, guys. For me, guys, when I listen to music, enjoyment to me, let me say it again, enjoyment to me is songs that I can catch a groove with. You've heard me say that, right? That I'm into the groove, and I can listen to the lyricism and it complements an emotional response that I'm having musically with the song. I feel like for me to get into this song, I really have to dig into what's being said, and is there a cause? Is there a meaning behind it? And I think that's what they're doing here. So I have to give them credit for that, but I just don't like that. If you listen to Mozart, for example, and you go to a venue and you listen to classical music, I'm not talking bad about classical music. I think classical music is great. I think it's beautiful. But if you look at the audience, everyone there is taking in the music. They're not grooving to it. They're not bouncing to it. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with catching a groove. It's just what I like. Some of the best music in the world comes from classical. Yeah. It's just a different way of receiving the music. Yep. And I think there's a certain person that's going to receive this music a certain way. Yeah. And I'm going to receive it a different way. That's all part of being objective. That's all part of being, real
great.
to what you like. So no disrespect to Sepultura, no disrespect for anyone that likes any types of music. I just wanted to make that clear because I think sometimes people get lost in just because I don't like something, he just doesn't like it because of X, or doesn't like it because of this. I wanted to be crystal clear why I don't like it, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Or that you don't appreciate certain elements of it as well.
Exactly. So I just want to make that clear. You know what I'm saying?
We've been saying that the last few videos we've kind of said that, and I just think that's an important point, man. I know we all are passionate about what we like and what we love, and we all want to think that what we like is the best ever.
Yep.
The reality is that's just not the case. It's just what you like, and it could be a million people that think the same way you do.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
Exactly.
no one's wrong. I'm not wrong, and you're not wrong.
Exactly.
That's just the reality of
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Just be respectful, disagree. It's okay to disagree and give us insight, and we appreciate that because we learn from that. And you know, there's a chance that maybe at some point we'll start to like certain things, and maybe we won't ever. So
and we have, we've changed on a lot of things that I never would have listened to.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Because I try to keep an open mind, man.
Yep.
And we both do.
Yep.
So I just wanted to make that.
And I think that's great
clear.
that you brought that up.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. I just like Sepultura. With that being said, I just like them. I think that they're fucking brutal. I like how heavy they are. I like how uncompromising they are. Their music, I think their riffs are really heavy and raw, but I actually think they're creative as well.
Yeah.
I think they have creative, heavy, raw riffs. I do think in certain spots, I do agree with you, Ryan, with that transition that you pointed out, and I wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. That's exactly what I thought. That transition to me was just rough. It just was disjointed to me. It felt a little sloppy in that area.
I feel you.
I just felt like it came out of nowhere, and I just think that it could have been placed, to your point, better.
But I do agree with you. I do think they're very raw. I do think they're very creative.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I just don't like the
rawness. Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of it. I can hear what you hear, you can hear what I hear, but we just disagree.
Right.
And like, and another critique I have is just the lead singer's voice just does not do it for me, man. I think his voice, maybe I just prefer even within the aggression, because when you say the word melody, I think it's just in metal that's negative. Like it's just melody, but aggression, harshness, but with some sort of melody and being in key is what I like typically in metal. You know what I mean? I just think that there really wasn't much melody to his voice, and I want to hear a little bit. I'm not saying I want you to sound like the fucking Backstreet Boys, metalheads. I'm saying we can use Joe from Gojira. You know what I mean? He has death metal vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's very metal.
Man, we like that.
But I like it because I feel like he's still in key within his aggression. Same thing with Hetfield and Metallica. Aggressive, but still in key. I just feel like this was more about shouting to me, and I didn't like the vocals here.
I hear that, man. Doesn't it sound like he's making an announcement?
Yeah.
It's like an announcement.
But
right?
I get it. But we can even get into the intention of that. I'm sure there's the intention. It's a riot. It's not about being in key. It's about like refusing and resisting. Fuck the establishment. I get that. I get the intent. I just don't like the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed the brutality of these riffs. I enjoyed how heavy this was. This to me is definitely more palatable than Inner Self. This isn't as brutal and heavy and raw as Inner Self, in my opinion. And I see this kind of being like a moshed out song. So just in certain environments, this is tentatively going to be on I don't know. I got to hear it again. In certain environments, I can see this shit being crazy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Crazy. And I think that we would probably even take this in a little bit differently if we were in that environment. You know what I mean? In a seeing people going crazy, jumping on each other, bodies being pushed. I see it, and I think it served that purpose. So, salute to these guys, man.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
So that's Thrash Week. Rolling on again.
Rolling on with Thrash Week, man. You know what I mean? Had to touch the big dogs that support. Sepultura is a very big band, so I'm glad that we've been kind of getting into them a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, man.
Shout out to Brazil as well. We fuck with y'all, Brazil.
Absolutely. We're going to get out there eventually.
We got a lot of Brazilian subs that show us a lot of love.
Get out there eventually. Eventually.
All right, guys. So stay tuned for more Thrash Week videos. We got a couple more bands we're going to be touching, guys. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel. If you're interested, you'll get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan, Las Vegas.
We out.
We out.